All right. Welcome to the final third, Galaxy Podcast Episode 3, where we high press on the news, tactics, and the club we love, the LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm Eric.
I'm Chris.
And we're here for Episode 3.
Yeah.
If you've been watching and listening, thank you. We appreciate it. We're going to do this regardless of if anyone listens.
No, we're gonna do it. We did post episode 2 on Reddit on the
Oh, yeah, we did.
our Galaxy Reddit. So it's up there now, including along with Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. So if you're listening, leave a comment. You'd be the first.
You would.
You would be the first.
Ask
I
us
think.
ask
I
us
haven't really
questions.
checked.
We like answering questions. We're teachers. We handle questions all day.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
But Galaxy questions are a lot more fun than the questions we handle on a daily basis.
All right, so let's get into it. We played Dallas for the second time on Saturday, October 11th.
Yeah.
And we got a little summary here. The match summary, thanks to MLS.com.
MLSsoccer.com.
Sorry.
Have you actually tried just not thinking MLS.com and it takes you to that other?
The real estate website?
Yes.
Where you want to buy a house?
I make that mistake a few times a week. But,
No, not usually.
okay.
All right, so just a quick rundown. We got a red card in the 16th minute to Farrington. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's just run down real quick. Winder scores a goal.
Mhm.
I think his second goal of the season in the 42nd minute. We go up 1-0. Julio scores a goal for FC Dallas in the 52nd minute, 1-1. Looks like it's going to be 1-1 until Peck scores in the 87th minute, and we win a game.
Yes, we do.
2-1. Actually, we haven't been bad in the end half of this, I guess the end quarter of this season.
Yeah.
In
This was
terms
our-
of like Leagues Cup, MLS, we've been okay.
Yeah. This was our revenge game.
A revenge game for
Revenge game.
losing.
Yep.
We were up to 10 men. Well, 70
Almost
4
70
minutes.
Over 70 minutes.
Over
of
70
the game.
minutes. Red card. First, have you rewatched Red Card on
Yes.
film?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Me as well. But I'm going to ask you first. You're kind of further away than I was. Live, did you think it was a red card?
So looking at it live, no, but you can kind of see where everything kind of slows down. And then all of a sudden Cuevas decided, he had that second shock.
Yeah.
So you're like, wait a second, what happened?
So live, I was like, red card. That's a red card.
Okay. And again,
I thought I saw live. Okay, live. I thought I saw a pretty good stamp
and
after the play was done. It looked like he stamped on, I guess it was Cuevas at the time.
it was.
Then I watched the replay, and I'm not so convinced. I don't know. What did you think of the replay?
Well, number one, live, your seats have a better angle than where I was.
I felt
where
like I
was
had
sitting.
a good view, but
Yeah, because I had to stare through. I had to look through a lot of bodies. There was a lot of stuff along there. But I can see that the action was there. How much of Cuevas he actually got?
he didn't bring his foot very high though.
No, he did not.
In my memory, when I saw it live, to me it looked like, oh man, he lifted his foot up and he stamped.
Yeah. Now again, it could have been that he was trying to be a little sneaky with it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he already has my foot wrapped in his legs. Maybe if I give it a little jab.
Right.
But obviously the referee eagle-eyed on it.
Red card, it gets reviewed with VAR. It's upheld. It's a red card. Whether you think it's harsh or not, it doesn't matter. We go up. Go up a man. And then Winder scores from a Peck assist. Now, what's curious about this, which is funny, I don't know, ironic, I don't know what you want to call it. We are such a possession-based team. Build out of the back, build through the middle third. This goal comes from a Mitrovic bomb. He just launches it. How do you say his name? Urogide.
Okay.
That's the center back's name. Urogide. Something like that. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Just a terrible header.
Yes.
He completely misses the header.
Yep.
It bounces in front of him. I think it comes back and hits him in the face. before it lands back to Winder, who plays Peck. Peck's ball in is really, really good.
That
It's
assist was
proper weighted. I mean, right in the stride, outside of the left foot. Winder does enough to score. And I would say about the play before this, Winder was in the play before this as well, and he shot.
that
He shot
was
near post. I don't know why his shot selection wasn't great,
no.
but he literally shoots it. He gets through, shoots it. Keeper basically bombs it down. It goes to Cuevas, who gives it to Mitrovic, who bombs it back. Winder's on the right side
Yeah.
again. This time he finishes, nutmegs the keeper, and we go up 1-0.
Yes.
What do you think about that goal? Any?
It's very interesting because you say the Galaxy are such a possession based team, and it's right because so many times this year, especially because where we each sit, we're close to one of the goals, so we're always watching the Galaxy's defensive half at some point,
Yeah.
just based off where we sit. And I cannot tell you how many times they put that down, they play that short one, and then like 2 passes later, it comes back to Mitrovic or a center defender who just bombs it, and you go, why don't you just start with that?
I mean, direct plays pretty successful in a lot of leagues and a lot of at a lot of different levels.
But it also goes to show, like, we haven't been great defensively, so why would we want the ball that close to our goal ever?
We haven't been great in possession.
No, exactly.
Actually, we've given up goals in possession
Yes.
in trying to build out of the back. We give the ball away. We invite that quick counter, and we're left scratching our heads.
Yeah.
And pulling the goal out of the back of the net. But we're looking at the stats here. Possession obviously is high. We're up a man. But it's like this every game. Almost every game, Galaxy has 60, 70% possession on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And here again, I mean, you have 696 passes to 264.
That's
91.5% pass accuracy to 74.6. Now, of course, Dallas sits back when they lose the guy. They run a low block system, and they sat back looking to counter us. Speaking of countering us, Chris, that's exactly what they did in the 52nd minute when a long ball just finds.
Did you
Okay, so I watched this live. This is in front of me.
Yeah.
Right? This is where my seats
Yes,
are. I'm
yes.
probably on the screen when you look back. Did I just do it again? No. Okay.
No, okay.
Sorry, my hand goes in Chris's camera sometimes. When I saw this live right in front of me, I only thought one thing live, and that was, where the heck is Yoshida? Where is Yoshida? That's all. I don't know, because I'm watching the game, right? It's entertainment at that point. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm not watching the movement. I'm just like, man, I don't know where Yoshida was. He got beat, or he got pulled wide, or whatever. And then I watched the replay.
Okay.
Not a great play for Yoshida.
Our Japanese rights, the Japanese right side of our defense became non-existent for that because Yamane's up being an attack. He's that outside back trying to get into the play. But when you look at how the guy breaks out, first of all, I don't know why Maya Yoshida is stepping to a guy that a center mid should have been on.
Well, not even that. He doesn't apply any direct pressure to a ball.
No, he's just there because there's a guy there. And then that ball gets played. Number one, the guy wiggles out from four Galaxy defenders around him, plays that ball.
Right.
And then you watch the guy leak in behind Yamane. And as I'm watching the replay of this, even live, you go, that guy's gonna get it. He's still gonna get it. He got it. Oh, he scored.
Okay, back in the day, we would say Yoshida went for a hot dog.
Yes.
I mean, the game was going on, and Yoshida went to go get a hot. He doesn't even. I could understand, like, maybe Yoshida. Maybe some people say, Yoshida didn't see the danger. He didn't see it. Maybe it was a blind run in his blind side. He didn't see it. I don't care. You're a center back. You have to get back behind the ball.
Yeah.
Always. You got to get back behind the ball. And he makes zero
Neither of them do.
zero effort to even get.
Nope.
I don't have we can't show the video, I don't think. And I thought about taking a screenshot. I did take a screenshot, but let me tell you, he is so far away. I don't know if I can put the screenshot in a little box on this frame here
to make sure he's in frame,
because he is so far out of the play. It is insane.
Yeah, it was not good. And then you're talking about recovering. Ball gets played. Neither of them recover very well.
It was bad. And I've felt it's been bad all year, but I haven't taken a good look at all these plays like we are now. And now I'm seeing like what I thought was happening all along. I think Yoshida is not getting back and covering the space where he needs to cover. Oftentimes, this was a real egregious one. I mean, man, I don't know. Yoshida has to watch that play back. And he's got to be just like, oh man. I don't know what as a player, I don't know what he would be thinking as he watches that play back.
It's
embarrassing.
So you mentioned that. I'm surprised. I really hope Vanny like pulled him aside and sat him down and just played that entire clip, even probably like 10 seconds before. Go, what is going through your head?
What's interesting here? Here's what's interesting. And I think we're going to get into some of the post-match presser in a bit.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting before we get directly into it? Last match, Vanny talked a lot concisely and about what he saw in plays, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, post-match presser, he's saying, here's exactly what I saw. And we was like, man, he's right. Here's what happened. Yeah, he's right. In this post-match presser, they ask him similar questions about like, well, what happened here? What happened? And he's like, oh, I haven't seen it.
That one was pretty easy to see.
That's kind of weird though. Like, don't you have a system as a coach? Like when this happens, I go straight to my iPad, we review it, or you don't. Like, I don't care either way. Like, no, I wait till after the game and I wait till the next day. I let it decompress and then I check it out. Okay, fair enough. I just find it weird that after one game, he knows everything. And after the next game, he hasn't seen anything, doesn't know any answers.
That's a very interesting
I don't know if
idea.
He's protecting Yoshida or if he really just hasn't seen it. I don't know.
Okay, in terms of protection, the majority of the fans in there can see and go, well, he messed up.
Yeah.
I don't know how much
to
protection.
be fair, I don't think Vanny's protecting him, right? Because he wasn't protecting anybody else in the other post-match presser. No. And Yoshida is, I mean, he has just been super frustrating for me this year.
Yes.
Because he does so many things well, but you can just tell like his time has gone, man. I mean, he does so many things well, but he's good for a bad play here or there every single game.
Yeah.
And I think teams know that's true. And I do think they attack down the middle of the field oftentimes because they know they can counter through him and he's not going to get back. But speaking of Yoshida, he then does do his job and save us a bit. He does win the first header off of that 87th minute goal. It comes in from Cuevas. Not a great cross. Cuevas just kind of hoofs it in. Yoshida is so good in the air. He gets up, heads it to Garces, who turns it. That's kind of interesting. Two center backs on the end of the play who set up Peck. Peck does a good job in the box in the tight space with a nice little finish.
That patience was perfect.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But I will say, just like Yoshida, Peck has been frustrating for me this year as well because he is capable of that, but his shots are, atrocious at times. Well, he had a couple chances this game on his left foot, cutting in, and it's just not good enough.
So talking about both of those things, the goal we gave up, but then the last goal where Peck is finally, I guess, vindicated or that he finally breaks through. My first two takeaways from this one. Okay. Number one, the fact that had to score an 87th minute winner shows that what we said I think it was episode 1 after when we were talking about the Toluca Kansas City game, we sink down a lot to the level of our opponents, but sometimes we raise it. This is one of those, where we, against 10 men, you're like, come on, that. But then the second takeaway is you watch how many opportunities there were from not just from Peck, but from everybody. It's just not clinical enough.
Man, we are not good in front of goal.
No, and you look at that, right? Nelson hits the post on a phenomenal volley, but hits the post. Peck had a wide open header that he doesn't even force the keeper to save. Puts a couple curlers in that don't really trouble anything. Winder on that first one right before his goal, kind of plays into the keeper's hands. It's just like there's nothing clinical about this.
Right.
So
I was trying to look up here. I thought there was. They have a conversion percentage on passing. I thought they had a conversion percentage on
shots
on
or things
shots.
like that.
They don't. But you can see here, for example, I mean, you can see this, and this has been a problem with Peck this year. Expected goals over the year, 10.23. He has scored 6.
Okay.
I mean, not great.
No.
Right? There are the top forwards in the world are overperforming their expected goals, right? They're making stuff out of absolutely nothing.
if you're I would say if we would consider average, right? Your expected goals and your normal goals, say plus or minus 1, 2.
Yeah, I think that's normal. So by contrast, Paintsel, who I don't think is a great finisher either, right? He's good, but I wouldn't call him like a clinical finisher.
No.
9.55 expected goals this year, 9 goals.
So that's about average.
He's performing right where you kind of want him to perform, unless you're expecting some, Ibrahimovic level conversion rate, which you're not going to get out of these guys. That's, to be fair, that's not Paintsel's game, right? That's not, or Peck's, right? They're not out and out strikers. But I think there's a concern when it comes to Peck in terms of, man, he's finishing the goals that require a little bit of footwork in the box. The previous goal to this was when he got it off of that kind of botch clearance. And again, he did really well. He took it down and he slotted it in. But just the shot taking, the curling shot from the cut in, the outside or the back pass where he gets a chance to rip at goal, he's not doing well.
And we've been around this game that we know every shot you take is not going to go in. But I would just like more of your shots to force something, force the keeper to do something.
Well, again, so Paintsel is performing at what you would want him to perform at, right? Christian Ramirez, 5.54 expected goals, 4 goals.
Okay, so a little lower than,
which is kind of crazy. He has played 915 minutes and has a 5.54 expected goals. So he's not as bad as I think people think he is. Royce, 4.6 expected goals, 5 goals, overperforming. All right. Maya Yoshida, 3.58 expected goals, 2 goals.
For a center back, that's crazy.
Diego Fagundes, 3 expected goals, 6 goals.
That's a good one.
Nacimiento, 2.6 expected goals, 3 goals.
Okay.
Literally the only person on this list,
other than a center back,
even the center back, he's in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Peck has not been good.
No.
In terms of converting his chances to goals. And if he's not, then the Galaxy are going to struggle, right?
Yes.
I mean, he has to convert. He has to be one of the guys that's converting.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been.
Paintsel being out on international duty, sorely missed.
Oh man, that was the takeaway for me as well. You get to the game, you see the starting lineup, and you know Paintsel's gone already. So you're like, okay, well, let's take a look at the starting lineup just on the screen here, and Paintsel's gone, so okay, well, you expect that. And I see the lineup, and it's a lineup I expect, but I see the bench, and I'm like, that's got to be one of the weakest benches the Galaxy have had in a decade.
Did something happen to Harbor Miller?
He's not. I don't see him listed anywhere as injured.
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that. So where's Harbor Miller?
I don't know where Harbor Miller is. He's got to be injured. There's just no way.
Something must have happened in training.
I mean, they signed Musto to a short-term contract from
Ventura.
Zavaletta's on the bench. I mean, I don't think we could go down to 10 men. I don't think Zavaletta's coming on for the 11th.
No.
Vanny won't put him on for anything.
No.
Barry, not a great sub, right? You got your goalkeeper sub in Marcinkowski. You got Rindolph, center back sub.
Mm-hmm.
Lepoli, not a great sub, not trusted, although played in this game. Zonka, another center back. We have 3 center back subs. And Parente, who's done well this year.
Yeah.
But there's not a game changer on that bench. You couldn't go to anybody to change the makeup of this game. You're going to go to one of your 3 center backs to change the makeup of this game?
No, but it takes me to my next takeaway is we've mentioned his name so much. Okay. This game specifically shows that if Ricky is not on the field to push this team forward and to be that dynamic player, we don't have one.
I agree. Here's my question, and my question and a concern. How does Ricky make Peck better in terms of his goal contributions? He's not going to finish for Peck. Is he just going to put Peck in better spots?
I think because he warrants so much attention from everywhere on the field that all Peck has to do is find good spots. Paintsel has to find good spots.
All right, that's true.
You know, Royce, Christian Ramirez, whoever's playing that forward spot, right? Last year, you know, it was Joveljic. Just finding these spots because Ricky is going to do so much and warrant so much attention that all we got to do is be in the right positions and we're going to be there to be able to put them away.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good take. I also think, how old is Peck? 22, 23?
Something around there.
He seems young to me. It seems like
I think he
is not mature enough to take the responsibility of being the man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I feel like a lot fell on him and a lot of pressure fell on him. And, you know, confidence is pretty big in soccer. And I think he lost a little confidence in himself with that start. I mean, he was injured. Then he comes back and he's probably thinking, which he should be thinking, right? If he's that good, he's probably thinking, we're fine. I'm not there yet, right?
Yeah.
When I get there, this losing streak ends. And it continues, and it continues, and you don't score. He didn't score a goal for like 3 or 4 or 5 games, I think, when he first came back.
Yeah.
And now you're not scoring. And I think the pressure really got to him. And I think having Puig there relieves that pressure, makes him the second man.
Yes.
It gives him a little bit of breathing room, lets him find himself a little bit. I mean, that's at least what I hope going forward.
Yeah.
I got a couple things here. The standings, we're now tied with Kansas City for last place in the West.
Woohoo.
Here's the big thing. We passed DC and Atlanta.
Yep.
And DC and Atlanta play each other in the final match. So we are now guaranteed not to take last place in the entire league. So no wooden spoon for LA Galaxy. So we don't get that. We were talking, laughing earlier. We might have every record, but we don't get the wooden spoon this year. It will be either DC or Atlanta, which is shocking actually, because Atlanta's a great team. Historically, right?
Yeah.
DC is, I mean, one of the original great teams.
Yeah.
And we think we're having a bad year. And DC and Atlanta, I mean, they're our brothers right now, man. They're right there with us. And Atlanta made some big signings. They brought back
Miguel
Almiron. Didn't they sign the guy from the championship, Lath? Was that? I think they did.
I'll agree with you on that one.
They made some big signings.
Well, that, and then, you know, you have the seasoned goalkeeper in Brad Guzan who announced he's retiring. So congratulations on a fantastic career to Brad Guzan.
Yeah, but it's kind of a bad ending. I mean, I wish it would be nice if Brad Guzan would have retired last year after that great run and that Miami thing. So we're guaranteed not to be the worst in the entire league.
Mm-hmm.
Another stat for you is we are 0-10-7 on the road.
Okay.
That's the season, right?
Yeah.
We 17 games on the road, we didn't win a game. That is really bad. 6-8-2 at home. Not great. But I mean, you're flirting with 500 at home. It's really that road record's terrible. And we're at 6-18-9 with 1 game left.
Okay.
All right. So what do you want to talk about? Post-match presser? What do you got?
Well, I have one last takeaway because
Okay.
we didn't get to this. I really hope someone took Garces out after that game for a nice meal, a drink, or whatever.
Did you see that 77th minute? Like,
That's-
they're in.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
We fall asleep. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you have possession and you have this 70% possession and the other team's sitting back and one ball is, the guy is just in.
Beats the entire team.
Oh, I mean, instantly.
Yeah.
He's just in. And luckily, Garces comes back and saves the. I mean, it's tied at that point, 1-1.
Yeah.
Garces comes back and saves the day. Again, you won't see Yoshida. I don't think he probably didn't even run.
Yeah. If that goal goes in, I do not think. I think that's the winner because then all Dallas
we
is
would
going
have
to do
hung
is
our heads and
well, and all Dallas is going to do is sit back.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
they're going to put 7 guys in
Yeah.
the back and just park it. But
you know what is bad about Garces? Oh, I noticed this on the red card. Garces always seems to find himself in the melee, like immaturely though. Like you're gonna get a yellow card. Like he does that often, where he kind of lashes out at the wrong time and just looks super guilty. I think he got lucky that the other guy didn't kind of rise because he comes in and kind of pushes like really late.
yeah,
I think that's why I think we need a center back in this offseason that's a little bit more mature, that can rein Garces in a bit and teach him a little bit.
so we're gonna get to that because
Okay.
I actually have a few. I have a little game I want to play with you later. But
All right.
So actually, one player that had been having a few good games coming into this, who wasn't on the score sheet, was just kind of there, is Diego Fagundes.
Diego Fagundes has had 3 great games.
Yeah, and I showed you earlier today. I have a printout of the presser, and I showed you. I go, it's really crazy that right now there's so much talk about Fagundes.
What is the? I saw the post-match presser. So what you're alluding to, you could get it on LAGalaxy.com under match report. They have all the post-match pressers.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're referring to is,
Well, so look at so this is all Greg Vanney right now. This is all Greg Vanney.
But they do ask Greg Vanney.
Yep. They asked John Nelson, and they asked
Winder.
Winder
All about Fagundes. I thought that was weird too. So is this the one you're talking about?
So this is the one that they asked Vanney, and this one I legitimate like this one's fine if you're asking a coach about a player of his who is close to a milestone.
So the question that they asked Vanney, for those of you that are just listening, is on if the team is positioning Diego Fagundes to help him reach the 88-80 club. So for reference, he has 79 goals in his career and 799 assists.
No, I think that's a misprint. I think it's just the 80-80 club.
He's at 79-79.
Yes, he's at
79 goals, 79 assists. And so this question is asking Vanney, you have 1 game left. Are you going to try to get Diego Fagundes on the score sheet essentially for a goal and assist, right? He needs one of each to get to that 80-80 club. And that's the question they asked Greg Vanney about Diego Fagundes.
Yes.
And his response is what? He says no. In a roundabout way, he says we can't really worry about his 80-80 club. We got a game to play.
No, that's correct. Yeah, that's right. And you know what? If say something happens in the Minnesota game, say a penalty happens, I would not be surprised if someone grabs the ball and gives it to him and says, "No, you have to go."
I think any good teammate would do that.
Yeah.
But Vanney says, I wish we had that luxury to be able to say that. Last year, I would say we would be looking to do something like that because they were in a much better position.
Yeah.
But this year, I think we're just trying to put the ball in the back of the net as much as we can. So he's just saying, I mean, he wants to win the last game and not worry about Fagundes. If it happens, it happens.
Great.
But he's not going to worry about it.
Yeah. And then they go to Nelson's quote.
Okay, so Nelson.
Yeah, and it just says, on playing with Diego Fagundes, and then Nelson goes, quote, well, first off, defensively, he works. He works hard, which I love as a fullback. You need that.
And This is a reference to him. He played a wider position in this game a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
What this says obviously, if you're going to ask anybody about Diego Fagundes and you're a professional, you're going to say nice things. He's your teammate.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to this doesn't really say much. He's going to find good things to say about Diego Fagundes, which he should. Absolutely.
And especially into that deep dive of the Dallas game we did last episode.
Yeah.
We look at it and we go, Fagundes not in the shot coming back. Fagundes not in this screenshot coming back.
Right.
So
you're going to say nice things about Fagundes, but what this does tell me, and Vanny says this too. The way they're talking about Fagundes, I got to think the Vanny and the Galaxy are looking to bring Fagundes back.
Okay.
They're talking about him in such a positive light on his maturity in the locker room, his bringing the team together. It sounds to me like they're gonna be looking to bring Diego Fagundes back. Now, obviously, there's a money problem.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Again, I've been on the record saying I think we should let Diego Fagundes go unless he's willing to take a pretty significant pay cut. But to be fair, Diego Fagundes has been very good in games and very good down the stretch right here. Yes, he doesn't give you much defensively, although Nelson thinks he does. But either does Peck and either does Pooj, and he seems. And again, we don't know, right? We're not at training. We're not in the locker room. Some of these players, I will say, he's played a ton of minutes. Right? He's always available, which is good. He's not some player that's going to be looking to be rested. He has put himself out there game in, game out, game in, game out, game in, game out. And maybe he's doing enough behind the scenes that he is important. Yeah. We're not there. You definitely do need players that are locker room players. And Diego Fagundes is quite talented.
Yeah. So then here's the thing. We talked about the whole Vanny situation. Do you think they asked Ricky? They said, "Hey, out of everybody that we don't have anymore," and he goes, "I want Diego to come back." Do you think he said that?
If you ask Ricky, he's going to want Diego Fagundes back 100%.
Done. Then that's the only reason.
But
you keep him.
But they didn't do that for Brugman, and
Mark
we
Delgado.
we know Ricky was really upset about the Brugman move.
Yes.
He went to social media and was very, very upset about the Brugman move. It's one of his good friends, apparently.
Uh-huh.
He didn't do the same for Delgado and Joveljic. Not that they weren't as important, but I don't know. They didn't ask him about Brugman. Do they ask him about...
I don't know.
At some point, Ricky's got to realize it's a game too, right? And people move on. And it couldn't be good or bad. Maybe if we don't sign Fagundes because he's too much money, which I could see happening.
Yeah.
It could be a positive for Fagundes too. Maybe Fagundes does get his payday on a team that's willing to give him the money, and he should absolutely take that.
Yes.
Right? He should absolutely, if someone's going to pay him the same money and he could be a key player on a different team, then he should take that. That's a positive for Fagundes. The question is Galaxy willing to pay him the same level of money to keep him? And I don't know.
I think we're
going to have to sit and wait that one out.
That's a waiting game.
I think the answer is, it's such on edge. I think the answer is yes, but I do think there's pressure on Will Kuntz to do something with the roster. It's just a question of, are they going to fall back on the Ricky, if we had Ricky, or are they thinking bigger and going, well, there's some bigger problems here than just not having Ricky that we need to solve? That's the question for Will Kuntz. Where is he? If he's of the mind, hey, if we had Ricky, much better season, there's really nothing to fix here. We're going to plug a little couple holes, but Fagundes is a big part. Or if he's thinking, well, we didn't have Ricky, but there's some very big holes to fill.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's thinking. So
we'll
know more. We're going to find out a lot, I think, when the season ends.
Yes. Yeah. And I want to do a little thing with with you, ask you a couple questions based on that. Okay, but before we get there, I do want to say one of the other things, since we were on the John Nelson quote about playing with Fagundes, they also asked him another question about on the attacking side of his game, and
on Nelson.
this is for Nelson specifically, and he's part of his answer was, quote, "But I don't want the reputation I'm only defensive. I think a complete left back, a complete fullback is what a team wants, and that's what I want to be." Now, we won the championship in 2024 with Nelson being less of an attacking, more of a stay-at-home defensive
He had
fullback.
one goal that year. It was a banger.
It was.
He had one goal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But also, like, congratulations. You want to be a more complete fullback? Like, I would rather him just do his job like he's doing it, because he's pretty good at doing that job.
Again, though, is this like the cart leading the horse a little bit here? What's he supposed to say when a reporter asks him, "Hey, have you been working on your attacking side of the game?" No, I have not been. I'm terrible at attacking.
Well, again, there are roundabout ways to do that. Because again, he had that great volley that hit the post in this game, and he says, "Yeah, I've been working more on it, but I know the team needs me defensively, so I'm making sure that is sound, and then working in attacking when I can do it." Again, there's a roundabout way rather than just saying, "No, I don't work on attacking at all."
Correct. I mean, this post-match presser, is it just strange to put Elijah Winder out? I mean, Elijah Winder scores a goal.
He's a goal scorer.
Okay, so he's out there. Sure.
Yeah.
And then Nelson, because he ripped off the post, and so, I mean, you came real close, so let's get you in that post-match presser.
I don't know.
It's a little weird, because neither of these guys are what you would consider like the Galaxy leader,
or like the face of the team,
or the face of the team, or
like that.
Or the person. I feel like if you're going to put Fagundes up in a tough spot, let's say a loss, and he's got to sit there and take bullets, shouldn't he be able to sit here and take the praise when they win too? I don't know. Maybe if Fagundes doesn't want to be in front of the camera, I don't know.
Maybe not.
I thought it was a really weird choice. What do you make of Elijah Winder's game, the end of this season for Elijah Winder? Are you happy with Winder? Do you think he's got a high ceiling?
There's a lot that we can see. Yeah, high ceiling, yes. And I think him playing with Cerrillo has been really good. I think I could see them being a very dynamic double pivot in a 3 central midfielder system. And I think with the right attacking person ahead of them, where again we talked about, look at the championship winning team. All you told Cerrillo to do is make sure you connect the back line, right? The majority of what he had to do was connect the back line to Ricky. And then when Ricky goes on his runs, hey, sit back, make sure we're all organized, make sure you're there in case we get countered in the center. Then all of a sudden, your playmaker goes away. Now you're asking them to do things that they may not be used to.
They're shouldering like portions of responsibility.
Exactly.
As well, yes.
Exactly. So now I think if you have a consistent central midfielder whose focus is, I'm going to get the ball from you and I'm going to handle the attack, you just make sure nothing goes on behind me. And I think Elijah Winder and Edwin Cerrillo could be the two that see us moving forward.
I agree. I think Winder looked really good going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we haven't seen him go forward that much. He says in the post-match presser he was being asked to attack more.
Yeah.
And so he did, and specifically being trying to get in behind the defense, which he did.
He did,
and he scored the goal that way. He's been available all year, and I just feel like we shouldn't, in a year like this, have question marks on Elijah Winder's ceiling or what he can do.
Yeah.
Why are we answering this so late? I guess there's something to be said. Maybe it's a good move. I do know when it comes to maybe Winder wasn't ready, maturity wise, professional wise, fitness wise. Who knows, right? Because you don't know what's happening again behind the scenes. And so maybe Vanny wanted to bring him and give him a year to get acclimated without the pressure of day in, day out soccer. That could certainly be true. I would just, as a fan of the of the team, I would like to know more about Elijah Winder than I currently do.
Yes, and I think next year we're gonna see more of him. I personally I would love to see more of him because I think he could be a stalwart in that midfield.
Right. And can we get his brother?
I didn't realize his brother was playing the U20.
I
World
didn't
Cup.
realize either until I watched the Morocco game, and it was the game before that. I didn't really think about it, but because I think they were like at bad times for me. But then the last game we played against Morocco was at a decent time. I was able to get home and turn it on. I was like, I wonder. Yeah, that's his brother.
Okay,
So
possibly. Well,
no,
okay,
possibly. I don't know where he's at.
I don't know either. Okay, but now it's funny that you mentioned. Can we get him? Can we get players? Because I did a little research.
Okay.
With the end of the season coming up, we talked about, at least on the Galaxy side, with the money and years of contract and everything. And you also mentioned a little bit earlier that Will Kuntz has some decisions to make in terms of the offseason. Are we going to plug holes? Are we going to go in a different direction with certain things?
Sure.
So I looked up just all the free agents or all the players in the MLS who will be free agents once this year is over.
Okay.
So they do not have a deal, whether they were not offered a new contract or a player option or an option
Right.
was
So
picked
you
up.
don't know. Some of these are options, and they could still be picked up
They
by
could.
their teams.
They could still be picked up by their
Right.
teams. But as of right now,
But their official contract is coming to an end.
their official contract is coming into an end. So I just wrote down a few.
Now, the question is, well, I guess if the team options that final year, then the player stays. He can't say no to that.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Okay. But again, as of now, nothing has been finalized, whether it's an option or it has been finalized if they said we're not going to sign him.
Okay.
Okay. So I just wrote down a few names. Okay. I just want to hear your take.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay.
I haven't heard this before.
You have
This
not-
is
no, this
scripted.
is-
So these are the first time you're giving me
So,
these names. Let's see.
and this is as of October 3rd.
Okay.
Okay.
And today is October 15th.
Okay.
Okay.
So first one on the list, forward, Christian
Okay.
Benteke.
Oh man. I mean, okay. I'm going to say no. I mean, I think he's going to cost too much. He's older, probably injury prone. The thing I don't think the Galaxy need is another player not on the pitch, which I think Benteke would be next year. It's going to give you, if you could keep him healthy and keep your fingers crossed, he's there all season, like yes. But I think the odds of him being available match in, match out are very, very low. And I just don't think it helps the Galaxy to have to spend the money he's going to require, at least a TAM contract, right? So you're looking at like, I don't know, $400,000 before he becomes a DP. So you're going to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I don't think he's going to find the field as much as you want him to. So I would say no.
You would say no to Christian Benteke. All right. That's fine. Another forward. He's played for half of the teams in the league.
Oh,
Except the LA Galaxy.
Okay, well, I mean,
Kai Kamara.
God, he's like 38, 39 now. Let me look up Kai Kamara.
He's definitely seasoned. He's a journeyman.
Man, Kai Kamara has played for. Let me tell you who he's played for, just so you know. Okay.
Well, first of all, surprisingly, with all the teams that are on that list, before you even mention them,
Okay.
the Galaxy not being one is kind of crazy.
It is because we could have got him several times. 100%.
Yeah.
He played for the Crew, the Earthquakes, Houston, Kansas City, the Crew, back to the Crew, New England, Vancouver, Rapids, Minnesota United, Montreal, Fire, LAFC, and FC Cincinnati. Wow. And he scored an amazing goal for Sierra Leone this year. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. It is an incredible goal.
Do we add the Galaxy to that list?
He is.
If you were making the decisions, would you add the Galaxy to his list of
no.
teams being played? No. Okay.
He's 41. I mean,
He's 41.
he's 41.
Holy
I would have
wow.
said yes 3 years ago.
Okay.
Or even 2 years ago. I would have said yes if we had Joveljic, and we did, and he was going to be the super sub, the guy you brought on towards the end, or the two forward you brought on when you were losing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But at this point, at 41, I would say no.
Okay. Well,
For the same reasons.
Fair
He's
enough.
going to be injury prone.
At 40.
And he also went to Cal State Dominguez Hills.
Oh, he'd just be going back home.
Yeah, just be going back home.
be going back
he
home.
went there for played 47 games for them.
Okay. We talked about how Maya Yoshida, it may be time to walk away from him.
Okay.
So to help fill that center back role, Matt Miazga, former Chelsea man.
All right. I'm going to look him up, but my initial answer is yes.
Okay.
I would just say yes right now.
Got it.
He is 30. Yes,
Yeah, you would take Matt Miazga
I would.
because he's playing for Cincinnati right now, right?
He is playing for
Yeah.
Cincinnati
Okay,
right
so
now.
Cincinnati do not exercise that option.
Now, he's going to be a lot of money. But when you talk about 30's not too old, plus the experience, right?
Mhm.
Chelsea, he was on loan to Reading and Anderlecht.
Yeah.
So he's been around and he's played matches, right?
Mhm.
I mean, he's played 38 matches for Reading, 30 matches for Anderlecht.
He's played in big leagues around the
He's
world.
played in big leagues. He's 6'4". He's a physical presence,
Mhm.
experienced. That's, I think, it would be smart, I think, for the Galaxy to go after someone like him,
Especially
and get him next to Garces and get him training Garces to be a little bit more, intentional and smart about the way he plays. I think that would go a long way.
okay.
But I got to believe we wouldn't be the only ones in for Matt Miazga.
Of course not. Now, we also, when we talk about the money situation, I did not write down all the players that the Galaxy have that they're either not renewing or have a potential option for. So, again, it's not like we're going to have this whole team and then you have to bring more people in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Miazga, you would bring in.
I would definitely bring in Miazga.
Okay.
His contract's up. Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
You just got to be a little excited, actually.
I got excited when I saw his name on there. I'm like, wow.
I wonder if he has
Miazga.
an option year. Okay.
I don't know. The potential return of two Galaxy favorites.
Oh,
in-
gosh. Okay.
In one of them, Gaston Brugman.
Okay.
Okay. And the other, you want to take a guess or you just want to know?
Is he playing in England? Or
No.
not
No.
playing in England?
No,
Okay.
no. These are all people
these are-
playing in the
Sorry, these are
MLS
all
right now.
MLS.
These are all MLS.
Another returning player.
A potential return of a Galaxy fan favorite.
A Galaxy fan favorite, even.
Yes.
What position?
He's a midfielder.
You're not thinking Emma Boateng.
No.
Okay. I don't know how old you were going.
No.
His career is going to be coming to a close.
He was on the list, but I did not add him.
Okay, let's
because
go with Gaston Brugman first. 33.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of money he's going to. I would say no.
You would say no to Brugman.
I
Okay.
would. Yeah, I would say no.
Okay. Then the other one
Okay.
I saw in there,
Midfielder.
fan favorite.
Oh, man. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Sebastian Legit.
Oh, gosh. No.
No?
No.
All right.
Again, I'm saying no to all these under the impression that you're going to someone's going to pay Brugman and Legit decent money to play because they're both good players.
Mhm.
I think if you get them on the cheap, I would take both of them. But
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get Brugman or Legit on the cheap
Got it.
at all. Brugman this year, he appeared 8 times for Nashville.
Was there a major injury?
There had to have been, right?
Okay.
I don't.
He's a reigning MLS Cup MVP. How does he not get on the field more than 8 times? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's Nashville thinking?
There's no way, right? He must have been injured.
There had to have been
So,
an injury.
and he was injury prone a little bit with us too.
Yeah.
So he missed time with us as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to take him. Leget's career is again winding down.
yes.
I did like him when he played for us.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously he can hold a ball, which is very good.
yeah.
He is he's 33
Mm-hmm.
and he's made 63 appearances for FC Dallas since he moved there.
But that's after a few different.
So where is he? He must be hurt right now.
Yeah, because we didn't see him in.
We didn't even see him on the bench.
No. Okay. But you would say no to both Brugman and Legit.
I would say no to Brugman just because of the injury issues, which
Okay.
looked like they persisted even worse into this year. I would say yes for Leggett at a bargain if
At a
he's willing
bargain.
to come over at a
Okay.
bargain, because he's not going to. Sebastian Legett's not going to walk into our team and improve it,
Okay.
right? He's not going to. We would still have the season we had if we had Leggett,
I can see that.
right? He's
can
going to
see
be a
that.
solid player, and he's definitely would be a great bench player, someone to bring on because of his ability to hold the ball and do so well in those spaces. You get a lead, and you could bring Sebastian Leggett on. He's really good on the ball. Yes,
Okay.
but it's got to be a little bit of a bargain, I think.
So legit comes over, but you gotta get him on the discount.
Yeah,
Got it.
got to.
All right. Well, say you go in for Matt Miazga, you don't get him. It's okay.
Okay.
Walker Zimmerman's available.
I know. I know he is. I mean, okay.
So what would you say?
No.
No. Okay. Why not?
I'm going to look it up right now. That was my initial reaction. Let me look up Walker Zimmerman. He had injury issues this year. I know for a fact, right? He, Nashville. He played 20 games, MLS games this year. So he missed more than double-digit games this year.
Yeah.
He is 32. He'll be 33 in May. So he'll be a 33-year-old center back. Okay. I mean, again, I'm saying no because I don't think there's any way you get him for cheap. And I don't think he's worth the money
That you'd have to pay.
that
him.
you'd have to pay him. But I would say, again, if you can get him for decent, then I would say yes. I just don't think you can. I don't think you're going to be able to get him for decent. He's a good leader. The thing I don't like about Walker Zimmerman, which Matt Miazga is a little bit more mobile than him,
Yeah. That was my initial thought.
right? And Walker Zimmerman's a little bit slower, obviously amazing in the air, but it kind of mirrors Yoshida a little bit. And I don't want to replace Yoshida with Yoshida and be
Yeah.
like, okay, now we have 3 years with Walker Zimmerman,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have the same problem for the next couple of years with Walker Zimmerman being slow to get back and Garces saving him.
Yeah.
And now I do think Walker Zimmerman's a great leader. So if I get him for decent, I would take him, but I would take Miazga just because of his mobility and his tenacity. He's a little bit more physical than, although Walker Zimmerman's pretty physical. I guess just mobility, I would go with Miazga.
Got it. Okay. I have two more.
All right.
I'm going to go with this one first. I'm going to flip flop them in the order I have them. Okay. Midfielder, Mark Anthony Kaye.
Man, you're saying names, and I'm like, man, Mark Anthony Kaye is good.
Like they sound good,
But
right?
But they're old. Like, it's almost like, is he or was he, right?
Yeah.
So Mark Anthony Kaye is 30 years old. When he was at LAFC, I mean, he was very good, right? Since LAFC, he's moved to the Colorado Rapids. He's gone to Toronto, New England, San Jose. So
He's turned into a journeyman.
I would say no. I mean,
say no.
he's up there in age, and I think it is telling when you go from LAFC to Rapids for 1 year, to Toronto for 1 year, to New England for 1 year, to San Jose for 1 year.
And they're not picking up an option, or they're only giving you 1 year contracts
over and over and over again. So I think that speaks like he's probably making decent money, and he's probably not earning the money he's making, right? Again, he'd be a great player to sub in, but I don't think he'd be a starter.
No.
And so I would say no.
I put him on here because number one, hated watching him play for LAFC
He was
because
great for LAFC.
yeah, because you looked and you're like, oh my God, he was their dynamo.
Yeah, he played 3 years there, 77 appearances, 9 goals.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody talks about, with what Carlos Vela did and everything. Mark Anthony Kaye in
He
that
was great.
midfield was very, very good.
He was great.
Yeah. Well, then the last one we're going to talk about currently plays with Mark Anthony Kaye up in San Jose. one of the greatest MLS goal scorers of all time,
Gosh, you're never going to get him for cheap.
Josef Martinez.
You're never going to get. He will never take a cheap contract. That's the problem with Joseph Martinez. Probably still thinks he's Atlanta Joseph Martinez, and no one ever. Even though people are probably telling him, "Bro, you are not Atlanta Joseph Martinez anymore." I still think he thinks he is.
But now just go on this visualization journey with me. You just close your eyes and you see Joseph Martinez as the number 9 with Ricky right behind him.
Okay. But you're teasing me again because it's one of those is like, is he good or was he good?
Again,
he's 32 now.
Yeah.
For San Jose, okay. Well, I mean, San Jose is not a great team. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're out.
Which is really crazy because they had an insane start to the year.
They did. They had that Bruce Arena bump,
Yep.
which didn't last, which I thought Bruce Arena would get them to the playoffs because I think he's a great coach. 29 appearances for San Jose. Do you know how many goals?
Okay. Well, you're saying this, so I feel like we're talking Christian Ramirez numbers. We're talking like 4, 5.
You'd be wrong. 13.
What?
Okay.
Even if he halved that next year, he
Yes.
would still be like the second leading scorer on the team.
Yes.
If he halves that.
Yes.
If you could, and now again, money is
He is not. He's not a DP.
money
Well,
is
let me see. Actually, I have the contracts right here. Actually, on this little hotkey.
okay.
I want to see how much Joseph Martinez made. This is just the Galaxy. Okay, San Jose Earthquakes. Because this is a good one. This one I might pull the trigger on. Joseph Martinez. Whoo, it's gonna be a no, Chris. He made $1.3 million last year.
Okay.
He'd have to be under the $400,000 mark.
How much is Christian Ramirez making this year?
Christian Ramirez is $525.
Okay.
So you can buy it down with some money. I think 400. Did they raise it? I don't know. Anyways, I don't think he's okay. So here's a good question. Diego Fagundes makes 1.2. Do you drop Fagundes and bring Joseph Martinez over and it's a wash?
Or
Man, I don't know.
or you know what?
It's a lot to bank. It's a lot of money to bank on an older player. That's my problem.
It is. Okay. But if Christian Ramirez not on the payroll, Miguel Berry not on the payroll anymore, and if you decide not to bring some of these guys back, there's your money right there. Because we talked about episode 1. Harbor Miller is on almost the league minimum, who can play in a wide spot.
Harbor Miller is on league minimum.
Okay, so
at 80,000.
So Harbor Miller league minimum can play in a wide spot. We've against MLS competition. We've seen it. We've talked about Joseph Paintsel being able to play the 9 spot. Okay. Now, if you take that, remember Nascimento's done after this year, right? Because it was just we thought it was like a 1-year loan.
Nascimento it says his contract is expiring this year.
Yeah. If you don't bring him, Barry, Christian Ramirez back, there's your money for Joseph Martinez.
Yeah, but now you have no cover.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. So let's assume he's going to be $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's just assume that. I'm going to say no then.
Okay.
I'm going to spend that $1 million on a South American player who's
He is South
younger,
American.
who's going to be
Okay,
available.
a younger South American
A younger
player.
South
Okay,
American. Sorry
got
about
it.
that. I meant I'm going to go scout the South American leagues
Okay.
and try to find the next Carlos Ruiz or Central America in that case.
El Pescadito.
That's what I would do. I mean, $1 million goes a long way to a young player in Central or South America. And I think you can get, again, my concern with him would just be like, he's going to get hurt, man. And it's going to be like a Chicharito situation where he gives you goals when he's in, but then he's out for 10 games in a row. And then,
And again, that's all speculation, though. We have no idea actually, but
well,
history has shown us.
there's a reason why for many, many, many years, like I'm an Arsenal fan, they've reversed it recently, but they wouldn't sign anybody over 30.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even renew contracts. Like, sorry, when you're 30, you're out of Arsenal
Mhm.
because the data backed it up. Now, I think the data is saying they could play a little longer now because of sports science, but he's going to be 33. 33-year-olds don't last too long on the field. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Man, that was a good one though. That was a tough. I had to work my way through that one.
I think for $1 million, I would.
You would.
I would for $1 million.
He's also a big personality. And is it going to mesh with Paintsel, who has a big personality, and Peck, who has a big personality? Is he going to be demanding the ball too much in ways that Peck and Paintsel don't want to give him the ball?
That's a whole thing. But also, I think Ricky would show up in that locker room and go, "You guys are going to get the ball when I tell you you're going to get the ball."
Yeah, let's. If Ricky's on the field, what are you guys
Yeah.
even talking about? I have the ball. I'll give it to who I want to give it
Exactly. But can I just make one comment?
to. Yeah.
Since we're talking about all this money stuff, can I just say how just it seems so dumb of this whole team allocation money, general allocation money, these homegrown contracts, all that stuff. Why can't the MLS just say, hey, you have call it $50 million. You have $50 million of a payroll, and it is a hard cap. You have 26 rostered players. 23 of them have to add up to 50 million or less. You can pay 3 of them whatever you want. What's so hard about that?
I think the answer to that question is there are owners who don't want to spend money. And by keeping these systems, it allows those owners to remain competitive in the league.
Okay.
I think if you the teams are worth what? Like Galaxy's, okay, is this Galaxy's payroll? Okay. Galaxy's payroll, 48 million this year.
Okay.
Okay. Largely, sorry, not 48 million. That's insane. That's what they remain. It is 18.7 million
Okay.
payroll this year. 5 of that is Ricky, right? So 20% of that, 25% of that is one player.
Yeah.
If you went and said, okay, everyone has $25 million and you up it a little bit,
Yeah.
you're going to have teams like Galaxy who go spend all that. And you're going to have other teams who go, I don't want to spend $25 million. And now they're not going to be able to compete.
Well, then wouldn't that be a very good
Well, that's
argument
not the way MLS was founded. It was founded on parity. And so
Yeah.
they're going to argue as purists of MLS, league parity is important. In fact, other leagues are looking to MLS for how they're achieving their parity because some of these other leagues are getting out of control. There's something to be said for it, but I agree. There's something to be said for getting rid of all these systems. And if Galaxy's spending 18.7 already, why not just make it 20 and make it unrestricted and say, go spend your 20 million? You're not raising the cap.
Yeah.
It's much more transparent. You can spend the money anywhere you want to spend it, but you only got 20 of it.
Yeah.
But that does stop things like, well, bye-bye Messi and Ibra and
I do like keeping the 3 DP slots
okay.
of, again, a 26-man roster.
Well, here's why. Again, what can you do with these special money, this TAM and stuff? You can trade it.
Yeah, that's true.
You can trade away the money you're not going to use because you're not going to spend money and try to build a team on the cheap while those who want to spend money are going to give you things in just for the chance at spending your money. So it just benefits teams and markets that don't want to spend. And unless you get all the owners, I don't know it has to be unanimous or what percentage has to be to make these rule changes in the owners meetings and all that. They're just not voting for it.
Yeah.
Some are and some are not. I know Galaxy is all for that. I've heard that. But I know that there are teams that are and owners that don't want that because their teams are going to be left behind.
Uh-huh. And I think I say that just because we went on the run, you win it, and then all of a sudden half
Man.
your team is gone. You're like,
It's cruel. At the very least, what they should do is take a look at the contract, especially the U22 contracts, and grandfather those contracts in or something. Because it is literally, you build a team with these U22s and they count $200,000 or something towards, I'd have to look at the rule exactly, but it's a low amount, right? They count like, you could pay them $800,000 and they only count 200. But the moment they turn 23 in that year, bam, there's your 800. It just hits you. It hits you like a ton of bricks.
yeah,
And it's supposed to incentivize you investing in young players. I don't know how that incentivizes me to invest in young players because I'm going to have to get rid of that young player.
yeah.
Or keep him at the detriment of somebody else.
Or you say, sorry, I can't pay you what you're
Right.
actually worth because it's going to hurt us in the long
Right.
run.
And so now you're taking a pay cut because I had you on the cheap on the books before. And so if you want to stay, you got to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
I think if you sign someone at U22, they just get grandfathered in for, let's say, 5-year contract if you're willing to do it because you're taking a risk on them, right? They're a young player.
Yeah.
If you want to pay them $800,000 for 5 years, fine. We're going to charge you $200 towards your salary cap. It's a risk you're taking for investing in youth, which we want to do. And when their contract's up, you got to renegotiate the contract to the full contract.
Yeah.
But having it go up like it did with Aude this season, that was a big thing. Aude was on the cheap for the last couple of years. He aged out of the U22 initiative. His contract just balloons, and now you got to get rid of a bunch of players or get rid of Aude, and they chose to keep Aude and get rid of the older players.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in hindsight, maybe wasn't the best decision, but I agreed with it at the time. I think you keep the young guy, and those players were getting a little older. I don't know. I agree with you. I just think some of the owners are not voting for it, and so it's going to be a slow and gradual progress, unless the World Cup here shakes it up a little bit, right? Could. I mean, it's been known to happen. That's how MLS started to begin with, right? We got a World Cup, and bam, we got a league.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a World Cup here, and it shakes it up enough, and bam, we got a decent salary cap and a decent salary cap system that's doesn't take a PhD to navigate and know all the rules.
Yeah. So, all right.
Okay, well, that's good. That's episode 3. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you can, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Leave a comment. If you want us to talk about something, leave a comment, and we'd be happy to. And we'll see you next episode because we're going to be here doing this whether you're here or not. So, you know, I mean, come and join us, right?
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.